Episode 4 of Overcompensating begins after Benny's lie is discovered. Carmen gets the invitation to Flesh and Gold, but she does not care about that. She is more furious that Benny lied. Benny says that he lied because everyone else was bragging about sex, and he felt he had no choice. Carmen asks if he is lying about anything else, and Benny becomes tight-lipped. Elsewhere, Peter is still downcast because he will neither get to be the keeper nor get the job at Hawksworth. Things quickly turn around when he is annoyingly awoken by a knock on the door. It turns out that F&G decided to make him keeper after all. Peter is so shocked as he excitedly tells Grace how they will be a power couple and rule the school. Grace also shares some exciting news. She will be working the Charlie XCX concert at school, but Peter does not like it. He tells her to quit the gig because, as the keeper's girlfriend, she does not need to work the concert but can watch it in the VIP section. Benny and Carmen meet up at the initiation party for F&G. Benny acts like everything should be okay already and wonders why. Carmen has not answered his texts. He says that he wants them to be okay, since them not being on good terms might affect her acceptance to the club. Benny believes that he is the reason Carmen got the invite. Carmen stands up for herself, reminding him that she won the Edward 40 hands and became a legend. She does not need him to stay in the club, but he, on the other hand, might need her. Carmen walks away, and Miles joins Benny. Peter and the F&G crew arrives. He announces that even though all the freshmen there got letters, they need to compete and prove they are worthy to join the club. In the next 1 week, they will be split into two and undergo a series of elimination tests. Only the last one standing will become part of the exclusive club. The competition begins. The girls are put on vibrating washing machines, and any part, the jiggles, needs to be worked on, meaning they have to lose weight and get tight skin. Peter leads the boys back into the woods naked, and they have to find a way back to the frat house before sundown. When asked about the next plan, he says that he has a plan and calls Grace for help. However, Grace chooses to work the Charlie XCX concert, so when Peter calls, she says that she is busy and hangs up on him. Peter pretends like they are still on call, so the boys do not know she hung up. Meanwhile, Carmen and Emily, impressed the girls, are invited to join them for a meal at some fancy restaurant before the Charlie XCX concert. Deep in the woods, Benny and Miles bond as they make their way back to campus. Benny knows his way around the woods because he was a Boy Scout back home. Miles is from Essex and has extra tickets to the Charlie concert. He invites Benny to go with him. Benny and Miles are the first to complete the task. Later, the girls and Emily arrive early at the restaurant. Carmen is late and finds out they have already ordered a meal she cannot eat because she is lactose intolerant. The girls think that no one is actually lactose intolerant, but it is an excuse used by someone who does not want to eat their dinner because she does not want the people to know they had an eating disorder in high school. Carmen decides to eat the meal. Emily easily impresses the girls, but Carmen just seems to annoy them, in a desperate move to impress her new girlies. Carmen offers an extra ticket to the concert, knowing she had promised it to Haley. Haley is not impressed and calls Carmen out. However, Carmen is all about living up to the tailgate legend and is not afraid to cut some people in the process. Back at the frat house, the boys' final test is to eat a cup of raw fish and 8 cans of beer. Miles cannot eat fish because he's a vegetarian. Benny helps him out. At the concert hall, Grace is in full talent liaison mode. She orders her subordinates around as they wait for Charlie to arrive. Grace manages to impress Charlie, and after the concert, she is invited to hang out in Charlie's bus. At the concert, Benny and Carmen are not doing too well. They both rush to the bathroom. There is a long line at the girls' toilets, so Carmen decides to go to the men's rooms. Inside, Benny is vomiting his guts out. He can barely stand. Carmen blames Benny for forcing her to join the Flesh and Gold Club. Miles finds Benny on the bathroom floor and helps him to the dorms. Benny worries about Carmen, but she says her girlies will be waiting. However, the girls have already left, and Carmen has to walk back to the dorms alone. Meanwhile, Peter overhears the boys talk about him behind his back. They say that he is lame, poor, and without any connections. He became the keeper because the alumni pitied him. They think that the tests he gave the freshmen were lame too. Peter feels miserable and calls Grace, but she does not pick up. Carmen runs into Haley outside the concert hall. She is still angry that Carmen ditched her for a bunch of girls who left her behind. Meanwhile, Miles takes care of Benny in his room. He asks to stay over since Benny's roommate is not around. At the end of the episode, Carmen runs into Peter and joins him for a walk.